Hello. It wasn't a turtle. It was almost certainly an orc. Krobus is not a turtle either. Okay. So.
That's almost a year.
Willow, thank you for that tier 1 sub. 7 months. That is almost a year. You're so right. You're so right. Okay. I think I know why I did this the way I did it. And it's probably going to need to change. You're so late. So very late. Okay. So a problem I'm noticing. Well, that's a problem. I do indeed have the Dooku shirt today. It's quite bright and yellow, and for some reason, green screen picks up on that. So, I'm having an issue. I don't want the camera to keep going forever in these areas. I want it to, like, not keep going left with me. Like, look at this. I don't want the player seeing this. This is pointless. The player does not need to see all this mess. We could stop the camera from scrolling any further left from about here. Or here, and it'd probably be fine. Like, this is far enough, and then player can move on without the camera. Now, I've been juggling in my head. Do we implement, there's multiple ways we can implement this. We could set an area where the camera is allowed to be, or an area where the camera is forbidden. Like an area that says, okay, camera is not allowed to go anywhere past this point. And we could have a big block, a big invisible block that the camera picks up on and says, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to be in there. I will not go into that zone. Or we have a cube that says, oh, this is where the camera is allowed and it's not supposed to go out of that zone. There are pros and cons of both. And I think a lot of the pros and cons that I'm getting stuck in my head about are things that would only happen in weird areas. Non-standard areas, such as this one, where you are on both sides of the river and the camera angle changes, which is a weird thing to happen. Like in this zone, the camera like points towards the waterfall, and then as you leave it, it like spins back this way. And then when you're over here, it's like maybe more this way. It can, but it does get tricky. So we have to be tricky right back at it. Okay, so like the easy in this easy room where everything is nice and rectangular, the rule could just be camera cannot go further left than this value, whatever that value is. Like we just look at the X value of the camera and nothing else. Can they have a floor? Like, could you tell you were on a floating floor? I mean, I could make a giant plane that stretches out for into the sunset. But the way I do that is, it depends on what you want to do. I like floaty landmass because it's very reminiscent of N64 and Sunshine, or GameCube. Sunshine, not Sunshine. So one other option is a follow node. And I did this in the shop earlier. Basically, we have a path, similar to how the butterflies follow a path in a circle. We can have a path and a node on it that is trying to be as close to the player as possible. And what this gives us is like a one-dimensional line that the camera can follow. Now, on that line, we can put a back and forth line that does the same. And so now we have like a two-dimensional plane that the camera can stay on. That's reasonable. And then it can only exist within those boundaries. Again, that seems hard to set up. That seems hard to set up for what we want to do. Especially tricky with this mess over here, where the height of the level actually changes. So maybe we're gonna build an easy mode version of this camera control here. We're gonna just build an easy mode. Just a numeric value. We're gonna build the easiest possible thing. We have camera controllers already. So let's work with our existing camera system, which is this right here. And let's just build a boundary for it somehow that can be set right through here. We're gonna call this camera min, which is gonna be a vector 3. And camera max. So a pair of points. The minimum possible X, Y, and Z, and the maximum possible X, Y, and Z. And we'll just enter them numerically. Why not? Why not? We could do it with nodes. That might be more straightforward. Sure. Okay, so when we are moving the camera, we are looking for a target position, which we do with get. Yeah, then we can set it with temp target, global position, lerps towards target position. So right here, target position, when we get target position, if target position dot x is less than camera min dot x, then target position dot x equals camera min dot x. We're just clamping it. Oh wait, but only do this if camera min is actually set to something. So let's do this. Can we set it to something like this? This is probably okay. Seems like it's fine. So if camera min has a value, then if camera min is not null, then do this stuff. And do it for Y and Z. Y, Z, Y, Z, Y, Z, Y, Z. And then do it again for camera max. Which is just change this to greater than, greater than, greater than. Out of nowhere, GameCube with the steel chair. Welcome to GQ. All right, so let's confirm that works so far. Right now, nothing should have changed. Something has changed. Okay, so this not equals null does not work. Unless we do this, maybe? Huge. Okay, so now it's fine. So now we're gonna set up a new node. Called camera bounds, and it's gonna have min and max, and it's gonna have a script. So camera min Oh, and camera bounds probably should be top level, which means that it does not get affected by the movement of its parent. All right, so minimum and maximum can also be top level now that I think about it. That makes, actually, I don't typically use top level, but it makes sense in this case. All right, minimum. That's the most minimum X and the most minimum Y for our camera, and the most minimum Z. Should probably be 0, honestly. And then maximum. No, I don't know. There, actually. Needs to spread out. Oh, now this is for the target position. Lizard Party, yay. Okay, camera bounds needs a script on it, which is going to be put in our mechanisms. Let's see, that's entities, mechanisms, camera controllers, camera bounds, create. Okay, make sure we've got min and max pulled in. There we go. I guess just as soon as we launch, as soon as we ready up. No, we don't necessarily have the camera by this point during the ready function, because I think it gets added separately.
While it wears its love for Thousand-Year Door on its sleeve, Dabble Tales forges a new path chock full of whimsy, lizards, and more snails than anyone expected. Clocking in at 452 hours, it should keep you busy until the sequel. We give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh man, I would love it. Oh man, do you think we'll get reviews? Do you think people will play this? Let's see here. The Panic Attack. Okay. Camera dot. Camera min and camera max. And then we can actually delete this, because once we do that, we're done. Or we do speedrun time. Perfect. Love it. Ship it. We're going to save this as a scene in our camera controllers so that we can reuse it for other scenes as we need it. Oops, bring back scene B. Scene B. Scene B. All right, let's see if this works. On the left to right. No. It is not working. Editable children. Min is over there. Max is way over there. Position looks good. This position looks all negative. So that should be fine. Let's look at our camera code here. Target position is less than the minimum, then it equals... Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. This needs to be max. Max! Boil! There we go. Woo! I see. Okay, but we got this at least. So the depth here is not going deep enough, but it is letting me go all the way through the fence, so that's good. Hey, Abram. Just doing a little bit of camera work here. Messing with that. Is this music too loud? This music feels a little too loud. Now it might be too quiet. I don't know. Oh wait, right. We were gonna keep the microphone a little bit higher so I can get right in your ear. Oh, this is the problem. No, it's not. This is somehow the problem. This is somehow the problem. Target position .z. What is the problem here? 3, 3, 3. 3, it says, is too close. All right, go out to 6. She's getting there. She's going to school tomorrow. There we go. Okay, there we go. Nice. So now the camera actually has boundaries that it respects. You know what? That works out pretty well. You don't see a ton of this excess stuff. So, the whole reason for all that is, you remember, for some dumb reason, we made this very small in the background, and I don't really remember why, but I think it was because I wanted to make it easier for when the player is all the way on the side. Showing up for the steal. Oh yeah, and we were gonna change these to make them a little bit flatter, because I want to be able to run over them, because I think that would be fun. And this is a video game, you know. So fun is going to be a priority. There we go. Now I can just kind of wee. Water tipple. See, and you can just kind of run around on them. Makes no difference. Okay, we need to remodel this to add a big hole so that we can see the player through it when they are running around in there, which is going to be a lot more work than we would expect for what we're going for here, but I think it'll be good. So yeah, let's build a broken concrete pipe. This one's gonna be interesting. I guess I want the top to be intact. Shaders, Dupu. Don't make me do shaders like that yet. I'm not ready. I'm only just now able to do the simplest of things, the simplest of little baby things. Oh, is that a speedrun strat? Oh no. How would you... Is that even a shader to do that? What if we did shaders all night? I have to like mentally prepare myself to do anything with shaders. Okay, let me think. How could we do this? How could we do this? Okay. How could you possibly peek through an object? Does the shader need to be on the object itself? Ugh. You know what? Let's Google it. Render through walls shader. I want to create a shader that blah, 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 blah. Simple way of doing this is a second render pass for the meshes that you want to have this effect. Give the main material a render priority of 1. Oh boy. So we're gonna have to do a lot of specific stuff for the specific thing. Keep those lizard parties going. Yeah. Lizard party. Create that X-ray material as its next pass. Tweak it to look how you want color-wise. Lowered the Speedo and okay, let's check this. Let's check this. File not found on this demo. Cool. File not found. Great. 3D mask, maybe. What is this? Render mode, blend, add, uniform, Godot shaders. Wait, do I have this project downloaded already? One of the lizards was used. I've got Godot shader secrets, which is close. Can I just, does this have a demo? This project's in the process of being ported to Godot 4. Oh, this is Godot 3. Well, crud. Oh wait, is this the same thing? Hold on. I think the one I have downloaded is the 4.0 version of this collection of demo shaders. Okay, so this is like a collection of shader demonstrations. Boy, that's a lot of lizards with party hats. Okay, and apparently a lot of the stuff is broken. Cool, cool. Steal them. All right. Demo selector. Run demo selector. Blatantly. Shade. All right, Willow. I am pretty good at explaining things. I'll have you know. But only things that I understand well. So things like I could explain to the layperson the concept of binary. Shaders are like magic. All right, here's the idea. Your computer is very capable of doing a lot of different things. It can play video games, it can play music, it can show you pictures of things. But your video card is like an entire separate computer inside your computer that does specialized stuff extremely well. Like every piece of a video card is built to be able to just draw things really fast. And so you can make your computer do some incredible graphical things, but the programmer has to do it in a way that is very different than usual, because this expert computer inside your computer has its own special set of rules that the rest of the computer does not follow. The computer is very general and able to do lots of different things. Graphics cards are very specific on what they do. They do it really well, but you have to build the instructions in a very specific way. So, X-Ray 3D. Show me this. Here we go. Let's see that again. I don't see the X-ray effect. I don't see the glowing Fresnel effect that it's talking about. I think we're supposed to see this rat through the wall. Suspectable user or something. Do you mean like suspicious user or something? It does not, but that's a concerning first message. Oh wait, you're an AI. You've got an AI bot, don't you, for your Twitch user? I don't want to deal with that. It took me a second. What's the GPT stand for there? That's weird. Okay. Well, no, but now you've got me curious. Why would you have suspicious user? Sorry, I had someone in a while back. Mr. Ray, welcome in. Thank you for that raid. I had someone in a while back that was actually like, it genuinely was an AI bot being, I don't know if they were training or just seeing like, does this work? Can I make this happen? Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ray. That I had it once for being banned. I don't know. I don't think getting banned from a channel immediately gets you that. Like, one channel does not get you flagged as a suspicious user. But who can say for sure? Mr. Ray, thank you for the raid. Doing software game development as well. Very fun. That is the hotness going around right now. Everyone coming in from Mr. Ray's channel. I'm doing some stuff in Godot. I am trying to figure out some shader stuff, so I've downloaded a pack of shader demos, and I am not seeing it happen. So I don't know if this broke. Let me try this. Well, this shows like nothing either. Do any of these work? There you go. See that? Yeah, see this wind is being animated with shaders. That's cool. The trees are not. Don't know if they should be. I don't know if like things just might be busted in this. Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, this program is, this demo is not a great demo, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, this demo, not super great. This shader takes a sprite and blurs it in 2 passes. What sprite? What sprite? All right, hang on. Just bring up this one scene. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So dumb. What do we have here? We have an X-ray rat. All right. So according to the shader, we are supposed to be able to see the rat through walls or something like that. Debug viewer, demo interface, animation player. That's just spinning. Yeah, that's just rotating the camera around. Yeah, I'm interested to hear what Mr. Ray is getting up to as well. Hoping to start soon. It's a deep ocean to get lost in. Okay, we have a wall. We have an environment. Where's the environment? Oh, the environment is literally just world, sun, ground. Okay. Trying to figure out how all this works. Okay, but wherein lies the magic of the, is it the wall that's doing something interesting? The wall does not appear to be doing anything interesting. I feel like something in this should be... Oh, I wonder if it's just not fully updated yet. I wonder if it's just not fully updated. Let's see here. Godot shader secrets. GitHub. Now you don't. I know a few people that have kind of fallen off the bandwagon. Okay, this is from 3 months ago. Okay. Shaders demos. X-ray 3D demo. There is a fragment shader of some sort. On what? On what? Shader automatically converted. Well, that might not work then. Array mesh. External resources, external resource. Array mesh. Is it the wall? I'm trying to read this in terms of the raw XML. Can't find time because yeah, it's hard to carve out time to do stuff. Yeah, there's supposed to be a whole shader going on here. Eyes. The eyes have a shader? Where? Path. No. Surface. No material. No surface material. No material overrides at all. Okay. Open file manager. When did I download this? September 25th. When did this last get updated? September 15th. See, that tells me this should be accurate. All right, open it up in good old-fashioned Notepad++. What do we see here? What do we see here? There are shaders on these objects. Or so it says. There are shader materials, but I don't know on what or where. Oh, this is bizarre. Okay, let's see. Let's start at the bottom of this file and work our way up. Camera. Canvas layer. Mesh instance. Sub-resource. Okay. The one called body is sub-resource 27. And I can... Okay, I can search for specific things. What is 17? Oh, that's going to be impossible. There's these huge byte arrays, so that's not happening. 17 is... Any of these? No. Mesh is sub-resource or external resource. Okay, I'm trying to learn how the actual raw scene files operate. And I've done a little bit with them in the past. And I can see there is shader code, and it is a sub-resource with ID 19. So if I search for that, then I can see that that is a shader material with ID 20, and I can see that that is a shader material, that is a next pass on a shader material with ID 25, and I can see that is material 0 on the head. Of course it's a palace. So if I look at the head, I should see that there is a material applied to this head, and there is not. There is no material on the mesh, no override on the geometry or surface material override. There's a skeleton, but that doesn't matter. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So yeah, it's like it's not even loading this in. So that's neat. So this was a bust. Well, I hope we all learned a valuable lesson. Maybe it's for an old version. Still, the actual shader code is there. I don't understand it, but it is there. Oh, wait, you know what? You know what? Look at this. There is, like... What? How would you describe this? Like, there's... shininess? No, it's baked in, isn't it? How is that baked in? Not metallic. It's not like actually reflective or anything. Well, there's a little bit of metallicism to it, but I don't know where that's coming from. But the point is, there is a shader there. How does that work? If I just search for shader type spatial in here, I get 5 so there are 5 different shaders happening. Yikes. Okay. Is there a video demonstrating this? Show me this in a new tab. Do I have a video here that demos all the demos? Because I would love to see a demo of the demos. Show me the demos. Okay. It's part of a course. Free and open source. Buy the course now. $40. We have free shaders on GitHub. They do not work. Okay. Let's go back to the original question. X-ray shader. Show me an X-ray shader. See behind objects. This is not exactly what I want. This is just like draw it on top of other things. That's not what we want. Look at this. No. That's a Super Mario Sunshine look behind walls shader. It's just like, it's okay. But it's not what I want. It's not what I want. Are there any other good ones? No. No. Okay. Spatial X-ray. Stencil buffer isn't implemented. That's 2D. Stop beeping. All right, well, I said stop beeping. All right, well, we did a lot of research. The main goal was accomplished, and that is that we got derailed. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. All right, the derailment is concluded. It was awful. It was terrible. We opened an entire another project. We found broken demos. Now then, the thing we actually want to do tonight is open Blender. I may want to resize these to full scale at some point. Right now we've got them, they're scaled down to appear like they might be more distant, but the parallax kind of gives away the gag a little bit. So I may scale this back up a bit. Let's see here. That's these. Yeah, it's this whole building here. Just make another one of these and bring it out. Yeah, this grass was supposed to be like back behind it or something. I'm not certain exactly what the deal was on that. We didn't have that really well defined. How does that look now? Let's find out. Now you can't even see the things because they're too high. But we can lower them. It's, what is it? Is it these little bits right here? Yeah, these little bits. Bring them down by 2. 2 big kathunks down. Perfect. All right. We're gonna do some blendering. I know how much you guys love it. Show me import from our decor. Give me the concrete tube, please. Concrete tube. It's a concrete tube. I don't like that it's bumpy on the inside. Why is it you're not supposed to be bumpy on the inside. That angle should be small enough that you don't have to be bumpy on the inside. And yet here we are. It's fine. Okay. What we want to do here is cut a hole. We want to go for like exposed rebar and stuff. So how do we want to do that exactly? Oops, wrong thing. Do we want to build out a full rebar structure first? Let me see. Show me an image. What does that look like? What does the interior of one of these look like? Yeah, just a bunch of hoops. Bunch of hoops connected by like 3 or 4 main things. Now how are we gonna make a good satisfying hole through this? I have an idea. A silly idea. Let's do it with a Boolean. So let's make a cube. No, let's make a cylinder. Let's make a cylinder with like 12 vertices. Okay. Let's hide this. Thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. All follows are anonymous. All right. Let's edit this and let's just kind of make it just this big wonky cut through hole here. Broken. We can have this visible here. Something like that. Okay. And then let us move it up here and make a different version of it. Let's really wonkify it. Just make sure it's significantly different than the other one. Okay. How did that happen? Potion seller. Okay, stretch that out through there. Stretch this out through there. Okay, you can see the vision, right? You can see the vision. Okay, so next up, we take this, we do a Boolean node, tell it to subtract out that one. Subtract out, hello? Oh, 'cause I don't know why. I don't know why. Because I'm not in object mode, probably. It's weird. Good old snail. Why can I not? Failed to find. What? What? Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Select cylinder first, not the other one. Duh. There we go. Ah! Look at that. Look at that. That's believable. Okay, but I don't want it. I don't want it to look like you can just jump through it. So we're gonna do that. We are going to rotate it up a bit for the camera purpose, so you can see through it a little bit better. We will scale this side of it up a little bit, but I don't want you to think you're going to be able to fall through it. So maybe scale it back down a little bit. They're very different holes, very obviously different holes. Next up, the rebar. Technically, you'd want that to be like a donut, I guess, but we're gonna try and keep it simple. As few meshes as we can get away with. Hey, get out of here. Object mode. Torus. Let's say 16 of these, and very few of these. Maybe like 6. Looks great, but not quite, because we need the sizes to be right. We're gonna get those sizes right up front, which is very, very thin. Probably thinner than that. There we go. That looks good. That looks convincing. All right. Rotate on the x-axis by 90 degrees. Cool. Duplicate. Move on the y-axis there. Yeah, that looks really good. What did I say the thickness of this was? 0.04? Because we're about to make another jump here. Cube. 0.04. Okay. Scale y-axis. Make sure that's not poking through. Looks good enough to me. Is there something weird going on with this surface here? That looks a little bit weird. Something looks a little bit off here. Is there anything weird? That is a little bit weird, isn't it? It's a weird twist there. Maybe that'll help. Or maybe not. Maybe it's still just going to look awful. Who knows? Maybe if we apply the modifier... then we can get an idea of what's going on here. What wonky business is happening here, and just fix it directly. There may be a little bit of wonkiness. Show me face orange. Oh, there's some wonkiness afoot here. There is indeed some serious wonk. Oh yeah, look at that. What is going on here? What did they do to you? All right, you know what? You know what? You know what I say? I say just delete it. Oh god, that was a bad idea. Can we just get a new face made here? Does that help at all? Not really. Still something going on. Still something that maybe we don't want. How do I... Okay. Better idea. There's a button, right? There's a button. I cannot for the life of me physically tell what is happening with this face here. Okay, you, and you, face. Okay. Normals. Shift in? Recalculate normals. Yes. Did not work. The normals are still bad. There's still some weird Z fighting happening. Don't know why. Okay. Delete this vertex. No, don't delete that vertex. That is a load-bearing vertex if ever I saw one. Cut this. Now what do we see happening here? Now can I delete this vertex? Well, honestly, maybe this is something I can just kind of patch. Just a little bit at a time, you know? Maybe I can just kind of like patch it up. Just call me Patch Adams. See, that looks much better. Kind of. Now there's still something that's going on here. I have no idea how this got as bad as it did. Oh, where are we? We're in the tube. We are in the tube, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's fine. It's fine. They're not even going to see that face. It should be impossible to see that face. All right, delete that vertex. Recreate that vertex. Hide everything else. Don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. Lingo. Now, was that the like figure out the language game that I remember seeing a while back, or is that something different? Okay, I'm not actually seeing through this. Actually, this one is a dumb vertex, so let's get rid of that vertex. This. Bring that in. these two, merge those at center. Just merge them. Face, face, merge, face. Okay, fixed that side of it. This was extremely destructive, whatever we did. I don't know if I remember antechamber. Okay, this is fine. This is very, very fixable. You two can be merged, I think. I think that would be fine to do. Now, what on earth is this one doing? I have no idea. Face. Wait. Merge these. Face. Oh man, nobody show lag. What's happening here? He'd be so disappointed. Oh no. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, what is that? Merge it. It's fine. It's gonna be so mad. Oh no. Okay, okay. Sealed the deal. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know the difference. Oh no. Don't let anyone see that one. That looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Alright. Well then. Better get rid of it entirely. Get all three of these merged up. Don't let anybody see it. It's fine. As far as I know, this model looks great. Let's see. Word or word type solution. Uh-huh. Gosh, there's so many box games. Like, so many puzzle box games. What started that trend? Who did it? Jonathan Blow? Was it you? Of course it was. Right, I should be dissolving Vertex. Okay. This looks fine. Everything's great. Everything's super great. Why does it look like that? Okay, it's fine though. It's actually fine though. All right. Now then, what was all this about? Right, rebar. Falsifying rebar. Same sound as the word backwards. It's these like combining of rules games. Okay, put that one there. I'm trying to remember the specific game I saw that was like that exact genre. But no, I cannot. I cannot remember it. That's the antechamber part. Okay, that explains that. Okay. that looks pretty good. That looks freaking good to me, personally, as a person. I think that looks good. Difference is I'm going to move this a little bit further in to imply more of these than there are. And yeah, that's it right there. Cool, ship it. Wait, make sure to delete this extra cylinder that's hidden. Export as a thingamabopper. Call it concrete tube broken. Let's see how bad it shows up here. Blender, outdoor decor, concrete tube broken, import. And we're gonna put it right here. In lieu of concrete tube 4. Oh, right, because this is its own little thing. So we need to create a new version of concrete tube to make concrete tube broken. And to do that, we are going to remove this. The collision shape will be the same. But we do need to make sure that we line this up just right. Perfect. Incredible, even. Oh, the materials. The materials need to be fixed also. Okay, so cylinder gets what? What even does this get? Here we go. This one, copy. That's a big quest. Paste, copy, and paste. Okay, so there's our base concrete tube, and then the rebar. Let's use the that rusty, oxide rusty that we've got. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. Hey, look at that. We made a decent looking pipe here. All right, so now, tube broken. Tube broken, not this one. Uh-oh. Where did I save it? Oh, here, for some reason. Bring it in. I should be able to copy the transform position here and paste it onto this. Go. And there it is. Well, that looks a lot better. Secret path, secret path, secret path. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted to see there. It's fun. It's fun. Double secret, double secret. Yay! Look, you can see him in there. Yeah! It's like you can still hide if you really want to. I'm not trying to make the player incapable of being invisible I'm not trying to make the main character incapable of being invisible to the player, but cutting down on that where possible is good. That, you know what? This turned out the way I wanted it to look. So I'm feeling good about that. All right. Now, the main event. The main event for this area Yeah, I can kind of like Goomba stomp her. She needs to not really be pushable that way, but we'll work on the exact dynamics of sprite interaction at some point. Eh. It was Snail. It was him. All right. So yeah, I think that this is fun. I like a little tube. Okay, so guys, the main point of this area is getting to this point up here. Thank you for the lizard parties. That's also the main point of this area. Hi, Cork. Thank you for the lizard party. Double lizard party. Remember, they queue up, they don't stack. I haven't found a way to do that in Twitch's native alerts yet. I'm sure there's got to be some way to do it. Okay, so the point is that you get through here. There's like some random encounters that you can dodge around. Maybe there's some other little like tubes that you could use as a like, oh, I got to get away from the enemies kind of thing. Don't let them get to me. Don't let them see me. But when you get up here, you can interact with the gear. And that will do something. The idea is it's going to basically pull off some kind of Rube Goldberg device. A bunch of stuff is going to roll around and get knocked over, and it's going to be very fun to watch. And the end result is that this little bit of pipe gets bonked, and that causes this whole thing to cling, and that allows you to get up. So the idea is you have to be able to go to this point to get up, so you're going to see it before you can make it to the point where you enact it. So the question is, what exactly are we actually doing here? We could run like a wire across that you like, you just are moving things or something. It could be completely disconnected, though I don't like that as much. It's not as fun. Could be like a pipe. It's connected to a pipe, and that like creates some kind of pressure. I think a lot of the big domino system that we're gonna have could be behind the fence. You know, the completely solid fence. And that way you can see it, but maybe it'll read more as just like background detail, but then you see it actually doing things. You're like, oh, I see. This was a thing. This was a real thing that exists in the world. Domino. What can we stack up like dominoes? And make them actually... kind of construction-y thing. The shipping containers might take up too much room if we do those. What else have we done? We got these big old chemical tanks. Doesn't even have to be dominoes, really. Just trying to think like what is something that could forcibly land on this. What about a let's just put some things down and see what strikes our fancy. Beams. Ooh, beams are fun. We haven't done like some big I-beams yet. And that would kind of mesh with this area being like an expansion to the factory that's in progress and has been long since abandoned. So that tracks. Oh yeah, they could actually be like scattered around too in weird ways, but it's like they just happen to fall into each other one at a time. Boom, boom, boom. And then it hits, I don't know, then it kind of goes out of view a little bit and bonks into, it shakes this one back here, which shakes this one, and it kind of knocks it off this tenuous support here. I like the I-beams idea. Let's make, we're not even gonna make it in Blender. That's like such a simple shape. Let's just do it. Let's just do it like this. I-beam. I-beam. It's not gonna have any actual collision data. It's not gonna need it. Box mesh. We're just gonna make 3 boxes. Rusty boxes. Looks good to me. Look up a good I-beam cross section. Let's get a good idea for. Well, they are quite eye-shaped, aren't they? Very thin. So actually, this might be appropriate here. I-beam, behold, majesty. All right, ship it. We all beam for I-beam. All right, throw that in chapter 1, room B, I-beam. Okay, so we could see, that makes me think that we could actually connect this a little bit somewhat. Oh, you know what? Let's do it with the pipes, the little pipes that we've built. I think that would work well. We want to do like the big clean ones, or no, let's do the dirty ones. Let's do these guys right here. Let's have this going into the ground. That's true. I would like that. That does sound fun. So let's do this going into the ground. This can double as the back barrier of this to help keep you from falling off, which is really cool. That's really cool and well thought out of it. Now, how does this... What is this made of? Metal pipe curved. Oh, is that just this? It is. Okay, it's pre... Okay. Colby and Jack are very rich rats. Not so much. Yeah, they are very like Team Rocket-esque villains of bumbling fools kind of thing. What a great trope. All right, let's just do that. Want to see the end of that. That looks good. Captain, welcome aboard. Thank you for the raid. How are things coming? How is the project? Last I saw, you had decent flight movement, picking up things. I mean, I don't know for sure if you're even working on the same project. I've seen some people flipping back and forth on projects like crazy. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll put a little, we'll build a little solidity. Having fun working on some of the artwork. That is a fun part of it. I remember the first game that I actually worked on stream was very heavy on getting chat suggestions on things, and it got a little zany at times. Okay, do like that. Yeah, that's believable. More frogs, more frogs. We love frogs here. Got our farmer frog here. Look at this guy. Look at this happy fella. He looks the same on the back. Weird. Anyway, let's not question that. Okay. So you will interact with this thing. Farmer Croak. Sure. What a guy. What a real guy. What a real one. Let's see here. Should the I-beams... Here's the question. Thank you for that follow there. Coming in off that raid. All follows are anonymous, but please enjoy the show. So, to give you guys a little bit, anybody incoming who doesn't know, we're building a kind of Paper Mario-like game. The specific puzzle, if you can call it that, in this room is you need to get up here and start spinning this gear with your little robot gear that you have. So the player's going to come across a few enemies in the way that they can outmaneuver or fight, whatever. Hop on these pipes, these concrete tubes that we modeled, get up here to this gear, and that's going to do something that is going to cause this pipe to be knocked into, which is going to tilt this down, creating a little stairway of sorts that you can get up to the next area. So the working idea is it's going to somehow be related to some I-beams rolling around. Okay, so this needs to be under geometry. So put this under geometry here. There we go. Lizard party, lizard party. JD, welcome in. Good to seeing you. Throw the frog I drew into self-promote. Oh, nice. Yeah. Got a raid run. Absolutely. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. We'll see you around. Now I gotta see. That frog has some eyelashes. It is in the self-promo channel on Discord. Kevin, thank you for that lizard party. Enjoy all those fancy, happy party lizards. She's beautiful. Okay, so coming off of late to the party, but watching some playthroughs of Slay the Princess a couple weeks ago, and including Dupu's playthrough, and having the line at the princess made of blades, and then having the smitten come in with "She's beautiful," followed by the stubborn with "Yes, behold the perfect woman." It's just weird that it is basically a horror game with just some very funny moments out of nowhere. I think the horror actually adds to the comedy of it all. Let's throw an I-beam in here and see what happens. Where did I put that? I just made it. No. You can't tell me I don't have that. I know I have that because I literally just made that scene. It should be in here. It's I_beam. Ah, that's where they get you. Let's actually add a static body and collision shape to this, now that I think about it. It does in some really fun ways. I love things that get a little bit out there. And you know what made it even better was I did not personally play any of it, so I felt none of the paralysis that would come with like, oh crap, what do I do? Yeah, particularly interesting is there's absolutely nothing in the game that is like no reaction speed required. Every decision you can spend as much time as you want thinking about. All right, let's build a holster for these. The I-beam folder. Is this a good size for this? Probably. We may scale it down a bit. That does look a little big now that I look at it. So yeah, let's 5. And maybe the idea is the pressure like blows a gasket and it knocks it over, and then it kind of dominoes around a bit. Let's do this to get this position where we want it here. Nice and close. Okay, so it's gonna hit this over here somehow. So maybe it zigzags a bit or something. That could be fun. Make sure it's not clipping into that in an ugly way. Yeah, let's see what would happen if we zigzag. 8. Do. I'm seeing something that's going to make this very annoying to deal with, and I do want to fix this. Specifically, I want to move everything so that the transform point is right there on the bottom of the object, or at least very, very close to it. That's going to make the rotations make a lot more sense. It's also going to cause everything to hover ominously, which that's just part of it. If you can't handle me at my hoveriest. That should be fine. Okay, so this is like, you'll walk through this and you'll be like, okay, this is fine. It's just normal stuff going on here. Nothing crazy, nothing weird. Just a nice grid of beams. A beam. A delicious construction beam. True. It's true. Okay, does that look like a nice grid there? I think we're good. We're good. Let's run around in here. Let's make sure that looks okay from the ground. Al's a good healer. Yeah. You're kind of walking around. I'm just fighting some enemies. Like, okay, now we're passing through this area. That's kind of cool. Neat. There's some stuff. There's a little prize in here. Maybe it's just a little bit of money. Wolfman Queen. That one is weird. That one is weird. Okay, you get up here. You turn this. Tick, 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 tick. And then it switches into cutscene mode. Pressure builds up in the pipe. We're going to have the pipe wiggle a bit. And then pop, hiss of air that quickly dissipates. This starts wobbling. We pull the camera back. And then boom, 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 boom. And then finally this last one will boom, bonk into this. And that will be a cool thing for it to do. Let's make sure this will reach the right spot. Perfect. Let's also make sure that these will... yeah, that'll work. What I don't like about these is this rotation is going to be kind of annoying to do. Unless if I... Okay, no, that's actually going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect to do. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Easy. Easy rotation. So we'll just need some satisfying, dong, 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 really heavy construction demolition noises. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. All right. I guess the next piece then is we need to actually get the cutscene going. 3 raids. 3 raids. What is happening? Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Frozair. Happy Sunday. Thank you for sharing your community with me. JD, thank you for another lizard party. Bring the lizards in. Everybody get your lizards out. We're having a lizard party tonight. I am. Thank you. For everyone coming in who's interested in what in the world we're doing here, I like Paper Mario. But specifically, I like the older Paper Marios because I'm a gourmet when it comes to RPGs. There's a very specific type that really scratches that part of my brain. I love Thousand Year Door, I love Paper Mario 64, I love Bug Fables. The other Paper Marios are okay, but I really like the first few. I am working and have been working for about 7 months on my own project of an RPG in that same genre of fun little whimsical characters in a weird world. Don't ignore the lizards; they're not part of the game. Thousand Year Door is top tier, top tier. So yeah, that's what we've been working on, is a game in that style. Battle system is working. We can fight enemies. There's music normally. I have 1 health. Don't worry about that. That's fine. We've got action commands. We've got XP. We've got items. All the works. Hit him with a baseball. There we go. So yeah, it's coming along. And then it's gonna crash because don't worry about it. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So we're gonna make a little cutscene in this room. To proceed to the next area from this room, we're gonna cause some chaos. This is in Godot. Yes, I've really been enjoying Godot. I started learning it about a year ago. Did several little test projects of varying depth and breadth. This is definitely the biggest thing I've worked on in Godot. Not the biggest game. Well, actually, is this... When does this become the biggest game project I've worked on solo? This might be, like, at this point, this might be the longest running single game project we've worked on. Yeah, we'll see. So let's make a, we're gonna make a cinematic. Right, all right, let's just make it, just throw it in a node, doesn't matter. Progress cinematic is what this one's gonna be. So it's gonna be cool. Thank you for the follow there. I appreciate that. All follows are anonymous. Hope you enjoy the show. And yeah, if you're looking forward to progress on this game, we're working on this basically 4 days a week, every week, forever. Camel Tree. Wait, who said Camel Tree? Oh yeah, because that was the mini game. Camel Tree was a weird one. I made my own. I made one in JavaScript because I wanted to learn Box 2D, and there was a JavaScript port, Box.js. Yeah. So the idea is you're a marble in a 2D maze. you don't move the marble. You rotate the entire maze clockwise and counterclockwise, and that's how you move your marble around. And some levels actually restrict how far you can rotate, which changes things a bit, but it's got very floaty physics. Very, very cool game. I have a version of that on my site called Spinball. That was the one I made in JavaScript with a level editor and everything, because I love making level editors. Thank you. Another follow. Appreciate that. Guys, I think we are one follow away from the 1100 follower special. You almost forgot that game existed. It was a weird one. I don't even get what the title, like Camel Tree? We did it! Bring out the lizards! It was a weird game. It was fine. It had nothing to do with the camels. Lizard party! Yeah! Yeah, it was fine. My dashboard still says 1099, but I'm pretty sure we're at 1100. Oh, there it goes. It ticked over. Giant lizard. Willow, thank you for that giant lizard. Look at him wiggle. Right, we were going to make an animation here to make this progress. Wish you could make more than one giant lizard. Good news. For just 10 cents an emote, you too can have a giant lizard. Can you make 2 lizards for an emote so I can have 2? Like, it's one emote of 2 lizards, like, overlapping. How do you know that's not what that is right there? They're just right on top of each other, moving in tandem. This is going to be weird, because we also need to have, like, a camera node. Like, so the way that this system works that we've built around this is the camera will follow a specific node. Normally the player, but not always. It doesn't have to be the player. Slog, thank you for that lizard party. I may have made the lizard party redeem too cheap, but we're just gonna have to live with that. Oh, we are doing good. We are making progress on this area. Thank you as well for another follow. Follows are anonymous. Did Rover come up in the corner when it... Willow, I just said we're making such good progress. All right, well, cool. Love it. In an effort to avoid neglecting the physical shell, we're going to do 10 minutes of bicycling while we talk about game design. All right. So, can I? Yeah, I can still do this. Okay. So what I'm thinking, let's visualize what we're about to do here, because we're probably not going to actually get this animation done tonight, because I also want to do a raid out, and we want to keep this raid train going. We'll figure that out. All right, so the idea is you will click the gear. You will hear rising pressure in the pipes. We will like expand them or wiggle them or something. And then there'll be a sudden like burst of steam. I don't know how we're gonna animate that. We could do something really goofy with particle effects. Just some like untextured spheres is fine. That's gonna cause these to start dominoing around. I would love it if they all fell, but we would have to take out at least one, because that one can go there, go left, forward, right, up, and up. But that might look a little bit odd. It's probably fine, though, right? It's probably okay. Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, it's like the one level outside of the bonus levels where you have no flood. Very strange. But it was fun. It was a fun one. In a game full of very weird stuff. Bong 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 bong. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it's no pachinko machine, but what is? I love seeing people's first interaction with the pachinko machine. Should we have something on top of the beams? Well, the beams are going to completely fall over. So I feel like it's okay for them to just be a frame. Because otherwise it gets a little bit busy, maybe? Overly destructive? Over budget, perhaps, is the word for it. Willow, this is your fault. We have a budget? Yes. It is a budget of time, though. If we spend an entire evening animating a big, complicated destruction of a building scene, that is an entire evening we do not get to spend on adding additional zones, drawing new characters, etc. In later patch, you can... Yeah, exactly. Every area that we're building out, this is not going to be final. Like, I don't think we're going to see the first final version of anything for a long time. It will be hard to know when we reach that point, because you can only work backwards from the final game, which we won't have for many years. Yeah, some areas are going to be very different. Yeah, there'll be a lot of cut content at some point, which is sad, but you kind of have to live with that. That's part of the development process. Is you need to build things, understanding that they may not be part of your final project, but you can't allow yourself to be hung up on that and just, oh well, I need to make sure I plan everything because I don't want to waste work. It's going to happen, and it's okay. It's part of the process. It's not a waste. Doing anything still nets you skills and experience. Just reuse the assets in Dabble Cart. There you go. We'll get Dabble Cart out the door someday. Dabble Cart is one that would also have to be completely revamped. Dabble Cart. Willow, do you not know about Dabble Cart? Willow, do you not know about Dabble Cart? Oh, jeez. What are we even doing? Oh boy, I'm tired. Alright, stop the presses. Stop the presses. Stop the biking. Oh, cool. When I look for Dabble Direct on YouTube, I get Germ's video before I get mine. Let's see here. My videos. This is going to be the derailment. We're going to double derail. There's no escaping it. Let's see here. Oh, it's unlisted apparently. Interesting. All right, here we go. Now you're gonna think to yourself, oh, I've already seen this. No, you haven't. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Dabble Direct. I'm Dobbs, lead developer at Dabbleworks, and I've got some exciting things to show to you today. As with previous Directs, I'll be showing you some new projects and some updates to existing games. Many of these will be available very
Anyone
soon
coming in
after
here
the
for the
Direct,
first time is going to be
so
so
stay
confused.
tuned after the program for specific release times. Let's get started. Here come the pals.
I love that there's going to be people here for the first
Hang on
time
to your
tonight,
hats,
and
Pin
this is what they're
Powers.
seeing.
The version 1.4
Like,
update
what in the
is
world is
rolling in.
any of this?
Let's take a look at the patch notes and see what's in store. On top of that, elevator up or down. In elevator action, the constantly moving floor forces you to take things a step at a time. Plan ahead and you can take your game to the next level. Second floor, feed bags, oats, and hey, who let all these animals in here?
Is very fun.
Did those animals just teleport? In Wormhole Warp, strange rifts in space will keep sending the bottom layer of animals back to the top. You don't have to worry about a rogue mouse getting stuck at the bottom, but you'll have your hands full dealing with all kinds of animal shuffling. But hold your horses,
This is the
we
best
aren't
level.
done yet.
This one
Climb
right
atop
here.
the perilous teeter-top peak and try not to look down. Find your balance and get that perfect equilibrium. 3 brand new levels with high scores to claim. All this available in the version 1.4 update, coming soon.
Going backwards. I don't know how this happened.
Get ready to enter the fray.
Willow doesn't know about this at all.
It was the story that captured our hearts and imaginations. And as the shadow of the beast comes right over,
Willow's
the
looking
three
at
of
this
you
like, what is this? What is
disappear
this?
Within the veil of shadows. From humble beginnings, it became an international phenomenon.
Better than Torgan. I'd like Torgan, I'll have you know.
These are the loons I'm stuck with.
I just want to point out that my name, if you take the G out and put an S in there, has all the letters that make up snail.
That's miserable.
And now you can bring the thrills and excitement of
I
Dobbs
blew the
Quest
budget on
right
this
to your
little
home.
animation here. That was it.
Introducing the Iron
Took me like
Storm
5
expansion
hours.
for Dabble Party. Roll your way through familiar, fantastic locations like the Shattered Wastes and the Deep Woods.
Willow never saw Dabble Party.
But beware, traveling across the Ironlands is a dangerous undertaking. One wrong step could be your last. The Ironsworn expansion for Dabble Party, now available.
I don't think it would work anymore. Plus, once I take down the server, it's not even going to work at all. You can still play minigame mode, but not like the built-in board game stuff.
It's the return of an old hero.
Bike done. Bike done. I really like when we get someone new in our community, we can just pull out like 30 minutes of this stuff and be like, yeah, these are real things that happened. All of these are real games that were made. This was one of my first Godot projects. This was for me to learn the basics. Dupu did a playthrough of this game, and it was very funny. Because there's a whole bit about the loading screens being completely made up. It is based on a game from Chuck E. Cheese that I played as a kid that was very similar to a pachinko machine.
Hello. I'm Dobbs, and I'm responsible for development at Dabbleworks.
Okay, nobody got the joke
Thank
here.
you so much for playing
This was a
Dabbleworks
reference
games.
to Metroid Prime
Wanted to
4.
speak with you today to give you an update on Pen Pals Mobile, the newest title.
It's
in the
like a
Pen Pals
word-for-word rip of
We
the
deeply understand
Metroid
the high
Prime 4
anticipation that
apology
Pen Pals
video.
series fans have for this title. We have the Baker stage of the original Pen Pals from your mobile device. Thank you for your continued support. Now please take a look at the following announcement.
It was just straight up an edit of Metroid Prime 4 announcement. Anti-announcement. This was Dabble Cart, which was again a Godot learning project, more of a Blender learning project. And it did have working multiplayer. It wasn't very good, but it worked. We should play this. It no longer works. I broke the physics irreparably. But it had all your favorite characters. Germ Dove, Turtle, GQ was there. It had working computer players that would actually like stay on the track mostly. And 4 different levels. My favorite is a scene where there's like 50 GQs. This is so dumb. All chasing Turtle. What happened to this game? I never really finished it. It was a learning experience. It was to learn the basics of Godot, multiplayer,
Another fun direct.
data stuff.
I hope you've enjoyed the show and been pleasantly surprised by the things announced today and had many opportunities to fill up your bingo cards. I want to take this moment to again thank all of you who continue
Let's
to
finish
enjoy
it.
the games I create.
I'm already
The
working on a
excitement and
game.
community that stems from these projects motivates
Can't
me
do
to
that.
further my learning of the tools available and to create more
I
fun
will-
and
it's
interesting projects
my
for you to
game
enjoy.
development
I
skill
truly
set,
could
and
not do
I
this
get to
without
pick the video game to
And
copy.
of course, in the interest of filling one more bingo square,
When's the next Dabble
I have
Direct?
one more thing for you today.
Typically,
Please take a look.
they're coming every 2 years since 2022. Oh, this was the big announcement that everybody was stoked about. Chat was going wild during this. Like, oh, could it be? Actually, Germdove did a react. He did a live reaction to the direct, which was very fun. 'Cause, yeah, he called it. He was like, the Dabble Dragon? The joke was everyone has been asking for the Dabble Dragon since like day one, which is just a completely made up thing. And so I did a huge update with all these new things, with new items. I put a teacup in here. I put a lightning cloud. I put these things, whatever they are. This was a very trailer-first update. It's like, what would be the craziest thing to see on screen in the trailer? And let's do it. Rise of the Dabble Dragon. Yeah, we're still derailing, but just for fun at this point. And the barrel. The thing is, that doesn't even show the Dabble Dragon. You see like a
I
few
have
frames of it.
One more thing for you today. One more thing. One.
This is Dupu's favorite video on the internet. The crowd went wild.
With apologies to Dupu of Who is Dupu fame. Well, because I'd been teasing it for like weeks, maybe months leading up to this. Because I was learning Blender at the time. I was like, I can make Dupu do the floss. Dupu's best emote that he does not have. I probably do, yeah. A lot of this is done in DaVinci. So the hilarious thing is there's about like the animation, the actual animation is like 2 seconds. And I stretched it into this like 3.5 minute video. Just by doing slightly different camera angles and goofy effects. I mean, it's still cool. It's still going. What are we doing with our lives? What is this? There you go. Well, so that was a real thing that happened at some point. For some reason. I just keep doing dumb things. I keep spending like multiple months working on really, really dumb jokes. Like, that was a lot of work that we put into the dumbest thing. The one that features Dab. Oh, yeah. Dabble Worlds is a browser-based game, for better or for worse. It works decently well on Chrome. It does not work very well on the version of Firefox I have. Is it not in the, let's see here. Oh, it's under in the Discord, it's under Games I Made. Direct link is probably !Dabble. Yeah, there we go. How come they won't work now? I was screwing with the physics for a long time and tweaking stuff, and then I went back and played a bunch of other levels and realized, oh crap, I've broken the physics so much that the racers cannot get up the first hill anymore. And so it could still be fixed, but it would be work. Now that I've learned as much as I have, we would likely build it back from the ground up. Oh. Okay. If you can learn Kaizo, you can learn Dabble World stuff. Dabble World is very different. It feels very different from Mario World. It's very floaty. You did. How weird. This is going to be a long animation here. Are we going to include everything here? I guess this needs to be everything. Oh, the next version of Godot is going to add like animation group stuff. Yeah. Do not play What would you do? What would you do? I would say play Al's levels. If you're going to play any level, look for Al's levels. They are good. All right, well, let's just mess with stuff here. I-beam. Which one is which? Which one is which? Are you I-beam? You're I-beam. And then 7, 6, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Got all that? Seven, 6, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do all this on rotation property here. Wait, we missed one. Ha ha ha. 1 is first. Okay. Actual number 1. Rotation. Okay. The starter levels I made. Yeah, I guess so. They did make a lot of sense. Germdove World. Germdove World is fun. I think it's very straightforward, but it ramps up. It does ramp up. And so you would definitely want to, work your way up to it. Okay, is this going to do reset animations automatically? I think so. So let's go ahead and plug in these all across the board here. And make sure that we've got our resets. All right, so I-beam rotation. It is going to fall. Kring. But it can't go 90 degrees because it also needs to scoot up a little to make it on the ground, right? I guess it could go... Yeah, it's got that one little bit of shell tech. Oh, this is going to be a little bit weird, isn't it? Yeah. Let's land it like right over here, maybe? Is this allowed? Maybe that's allowed. That's probably allowed. That looks dumb. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All follows are anonymous. That's still very linear. Grossly linear. We're gonna try cubic and see what that looks like. I guess. Let's make it fall for a full second and see what happens. And so then this one is also going to fall down. Clang. What did I set this to? 87.5. Well, then this should be fine. And then rotate it. Not that. That. -50. Okay. So 50 is fine. Okay. Clang, clang. That's the idea, is we're doing dominoes. Is there a reason the follows are anonymous? No. I think some people just like to follow without being called out. Like, especially if you're just lurking and you're like, I want to see this content later. It removes the it removes any, I guess, pressure. However little there is. Like, personally, you should always call out your lurkers. Thank you for lurking, Commander Root, Nightbot, Stream Elements. Thank you for your patronage. Shame the lurkers. This is so weird. Like, I can get up on a stage and entertain people. Like, I can. Lag is not allowed to look at the geometry. Don't let him see. Don't let him see. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Lag. Nothing weird. No. So I can get up in front of like a lot of people. Like, historically, like sometimes I'm like one on stage in front of well, it's been a very long time since I've hit thousands of people, but like at least a few hundred. For a while, I fairly regularly would get up in front of a few hundred people for some events. But for some reason, in Twitch, when I'm in a channel, not as a streamer, as a viewer, and there are like upwards of 50 people or so, I'm like, gosh, it's getting kind of crowded in here. I don't think I want to stay here anymore. I'm gonna go watch YouTube now. And it's the dumbest thing. My brain should not do that. That's a dumb brain thing. Like, what are you worried about, brain? There is no one here. All that to say that I totally get it if people might want to not be called out that they're viewing. Like, that's totally fine. Forgotten conversation with more than 3 people. I get it. It is. It's not a space in any of these tubes. It's like, I'm fine streaming to, well, okay, it's been very rare that I've had triple-digit viewership or quadruple-digit viewership. I don't think we actually hit quadruple that one time that Carl rated us. But like, I will admit, I was playing up the nervousness a little bit. Somewhat out of politeness, like, well, you know, it's expected to have a little bit of you know, worry about it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All follows are anonymous. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, right? Okay, and then this last one comes down. I wish you could. Can you You can reorder these. Good. Okay. I wish and you can. Thank you, Pirate Software. Mana Gem. Something. Stop killing games. Something. This one's gonna go like right here. So we can just have it miss slightly. And the impact alone. Okay, there we go. All right. So then the idea is that this whole thing will, and then this one is here. I don't know. Were we gonna leave that one up? Stop. Okay, here we go. I don't like how they just full speed start. We're gonna have to mess with that a little bit. How can we mess with that a little bit? I'm gonna try some things here. Without changing the overall interpolation, because we want to try to make this easier. So let's try this. Thank you, cubic interpolation. That's exactly what I wanted. Beautiful. Wow. No. So I guess what I want is something more like this. Yes, that's it. Okay. Change the lock to 1/4 of a second. So the idea is we'll add a keyframe at the halfway mark and move it to the 3/4 mark. Okay, that does smooth it out nicely. It's not perfect, but it's quicker than these other methods might be. Okay, let's see how that looks in total now. So you're going to be down here. The camera is going to like sort of slow pan across as this is happening. It's still a little bit of a thunk-ka-thunk. Oh, wait. We're still on linear for most of these. And there's no way to multi-change these either, the interpolation mode. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, hold on. All right, what if this? All right, hold on now. What does that look like on these? That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. So now, what do we got? That actually looks pretty good. Have a good one, Captain. Thank you for coming in. Always a pleasure. And thank you for the raid tonight. Okay. Now, once we get into this mode where everything is all fallen, oh, right, the reset animation flips it back. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Can I trigger this animation from here in game? No, not really. Not really. I could trigger it to autoplay though, and it will start as soon as the game starts. There we go. Hide. Ooh, that's not great, but we can just move things around. Maybe. Never you mind. Don't look at it. Don't look at it too closely. Okay, and good. And now these are solid. We can jump on them if we want, but we don't have to. There's really no reason to. It's just kind of some cool junk lying around. It's fine. It's fine, honestly. If any, no, see, you can see him. That's all we care about. Looks good to me. Looks golden. All right, that's a fun animation. The falling pipes don't give secret area access. They give, that is the critical path. That is the critical path. That is where you are trying to go. They don't give a secret area access. They actually get you to where you are going to need to go next. All right. I should probably take a quick peek-a-rooney here. Wait, hang on. Let's grab the list. Does this still work? Paste into spreadsheet. Look for values. All right. There's one person. We're getting ready to do a raid, I think. There's one person that is in my list of I've looked at this person's stuff before. I'm vaguely interested. They're building what looks like a 3D platformer. I know very little about it. But looks like they understand a little bit more about in-depth 3D animation stuff. I have a fun spreadsheet for other streamers. So a lot of the reason that I'm hesitant to do raids out to people I don't know is because I just don't know what it is we're getting into. Like, is this just someone staring at code and occasionally mumbling to chat? Or is this someone that's, engaging? Are they at least working on something interesting? And when you look at just the list of the game dev category, all you see is just code and stream avatar. And that's like, okay, that doesn't tell me about I can't just at a glance see what's going on. Because most times you're not going to be looking at that on your own screen. So what I've started doing, because I'm a spreadsheet kind of guy, is I've started running a script at night around the time I end stream to get a list of every game dev stream that's happening at that time. And then later, I will occasionally pop in, check their VODs, and see like, okay, what are they working on? What kind of stuff are they good at? What engine are they using? Anything like that. Just to kind of get an idea, like, is this something I would be interested in watching more of? And that's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, I'll give a quick glance to see if there's other stuff going on. I guess I should limit it to English, huh? Because it's like you don't want to like spend time staring at going into every single person's stream to get a feel for what they're doing. But yeah, that's my solution. And I grab the current list of streamers and I paste that in my spreadsheet, and it gives me a highlight immediately so I can know, like, out of the list of people who are currently on, who's in my list of valid pre-screened targets. I think we are going to check out tonight Needleful, who is working in Godot. I checked a little bit of it out. It's some kind of 3D platformer. It looks very, I don't know, what would be, I don't want this to sound mean. It looks very like test map. To Germans. We did. How fun. Let's go create Lizard Chaos. Very well. We will create some Lizard Chaos. Everyone, thank you for joining tonight. Gameplay focused. We will be back tomorrow. Schedule is, for anyone who doesn't know, the schedule is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're just doing game dev. Game dev all the time. Someday we are going to get back to doing actual video games, but it's going to be a bit. That's right. Stay legendary. That's not going to become my catchphrase. Please. That sounds like bottom of the barrel YouTube Slav. All right, gamers. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay legendary. We'll see you next time.